It's time for our Stories of Faith, and our Stories of Faith segment gives us the opportunity to introduce you to some of the amazing people here at Grapevine Faith Christian School. We visited with parents, with faculty, with staff, and with students. And today, it's pretty special. This is pretty unique, not only for the number of folks that we've got here on the Stories of Faith, but about the kind of the history behind their stories. And so we're excited to be able to tell that. I'm sitting down with 4 football players, but this is a unique scenario, which we'll get into in just a second. But Jacob Montez, Mateo Sharippa, Luca Lavera, and Austin Odette. So guys, I know you're taking time away from your lunch right now, but we appreciate the chance to sit down with you.
Sure, of course.
Or stand with you, as it turns out. Now, all 4 of you guys attended South Lake Carroll. And Austin, I'm going to start with you because you came over last year for your junior year. What was the impetus for you making that move over to Grapevine Faith?
I think the biggest thing was for opportunity. I didn't get the opportunity that I wanted at South Lake. And a few people, such as Corbin Irwin, Noah Smith, recruited me to come here. And I looked into it and I realized through this that I can grow my relationship in Christ and also be able to make an impact on the football team.
Awesome. Well, you've got a future as an executive recruiter because you were instrumental, not the only one, but very instrumental in getting Luca and Mateo and Jacob over. Obviously, chance to play football here was a big factor. But Luca, I'm going to ask you, what were some other factors that you and your family looked at before making the move?
Definitely like the class sizes, because I personally don't think I learned that well in a large class where I can just mess around with my friends the whole time. At South Lake here, it's really like 14 at most in your class, and it's really focused solely on you, with the teacher kind of really wanting to build a relationship with you and want you to actually learn. And I actually feel like here, I really want to learn, not just goof off and do whatever I want during class.
So the smaller class sizes and that kind of the teacher to student ratio is advantageous.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome. Well, as I was walking over here from Dallas Road, you guys were walking back from doing Bible buddies, which was pretty cool. So that's got to be a fun part of it too.
Yes, sir. It's awesome. Get to see all the younger kids and see how really bought in they are and how strong they are with their relationship with Christ is very encouraging to me, because honestly, when I was that young, I grew up in a Christian family, but I wasn't as strong as I was now. And I see these young kids, like how young they are and how good their relationship is. And I really admire it and think it's going to be great in the future.
It's awesome. Well, Mateo, I've talked to your dad, and he tells me since moving to faith, you're the happiest he's ever seen you, man. And I mentioned earlier, it takes a lot of courage to leave what is arguably one of the best football programs in the country to come over to little old Grapevine Faith. How hard was that decision for you? And talk about the conversations that you and your family had about making that move over here to faith.
I mean, it was different. It was, I had to leave my friends, come over here. But that lasted about 2 seconds before I made even better ones over here. One thing about faith I can't express enough is how welcoming it's been, how the people here, they like the way that they like will take you in is just, I've never seen it before. Like Corbin is somebody exactly who, when I first came here, he completely just took me under his wing, and just really opened up what the school was. And I'd say for anybody who is kind of thinking about Grapevine Faith, like it absolutely is the right move.
Well, you had a great season. I'm going to check my notes here because there's a lot to get to. Over 500 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns, 2 games with over 100 yards rushing. I know the last couple of games haven't gone as you guys have wanted them to, but you guys still have your own destiny. But talk about the season so far and about the team and kind of how you've been able to, like you said, step in and gel with everybody.
So we've with our new coaches, I think we've got a great coaching staff. They'll hold us to the standard, and they have been, especially these past 2 weeks. I think as a team, we're already close, but we just need to be even closer, just spiritually too. I think it can only go up from here, and it will. We just got to trust each other.
Well, you guys are part of that foundation. I know it's your senior year, but you guys are helping build something here, long term. Jacob, I'll turn to you for a second. My friend, you can run. I think God gifted you with an ability that I haven't seen in a long time. Currently number 1 in the state of Texas in kickoff return average, over 48 yards per attempt. You've returned 3 kickoffs for touchdowns this season. 2 of those were back-to-back against some really tough teams in Southwest Christian and All Saints. Talk about what this season's meant to you so far.
It's meant a lot to me. not really having an opportunity last year to play the position I wanted to. It's nice being able to just like do what I really truly love and focusing all my attention to something that I enjoy. So just being able to go out here, have fun with my guys, play a position that I really truly love, it's just been awesome. And I thank the coaches for giving me a chance. I thank everyone at Faith for really like buying into me and was letting me do my thing. And I wouldn't trade for the world.
Well, we talked a lot about the excitement of getting to play and contribute on the football field and what's that meant to all of you. And I think every high school athlete can relate to that. It's one thing to be on a state championship team and watch from the sidelines. It's another thing to be part of a team, regardless of what you attain, but to be able to contribute on the field and be part of that team. So, I think wanting to be able to play on Saturdays at the next level, I don't know if you guys have aspirations for that. But if you do, how has your time at Faith helped you kind of prepare for that?
I can talk about that. At Southlake, like I thought I was going to go to college and not play football, just major in business and hopefully have success there. But at my time at Faith, there's been so many schools that have reached out to me, like wanting for me to play college football, which is a really big deal. And at Southlake, that was not happening at all.
So the message here is that you can come to Faith and you can find opportunities if you want to play at the next level.
Absolutely,
is that what I'm hearing?
100%.
Do you guys agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So guys, I know one of the challenges coming over from a public school is that there's Bible credits and stuff that you have to get in, 4 years worth of it in a very short period of time. So what did that process look like for you guys, Luka?
For me, that was one of my biggest implications because I didn't want to be buried with work coming over here from a public school that doesn't offer Bible classes and you're at a private school that requires them. And, the principal, Dr. Lambro, he really worked with me to make sure I wasn't buried with work and I was able to maintain a good schedule. I wasn't always having to deal with something or go to 3 different classes in one day. I made stuff up over the summer. I take like semesters worth of a class just so I could get that credit done and out of the way and not have to worry about, 4 different Bible classes all in 1 year because that's going to be honestly way too much. So I really think that all the teachers here want you to succeed. They don't want to just bury you with anything that they can. They're going to break it up for you, make sure you can get it, and they want to make sure that you're also having fun while you're doing it.
Well, as much as we love football and athletics here at Faith, which we do, it pales in comparison for our love for students and our concern for their hearts and where they spend eternity. And Faith's mission is to develop and graduate authentic Christian leaders, as you guys know. I know senior retreat was very special for all of you guys, and you made some life-changing decisions. Can you guys share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was saved on senior retreat. I also was grown in a Christian household, but I never really had really gave my life to Christ ever. And then I did that night, and I don't regret it.
It's awesome. Anybody else?
I also was saved that night too, as well as a bunch of my friends. And it was just kind of like there's just like this feeling in the air. Just kind of felt different. It's like something's going on right now. I need to talk to somebody about this. So I went to Samuel. And he prayed for me, and he saved me, and I haven't looked back since.
It's awesome. I love that you got peers that, there's faculty and teachers here that pour into you, but you guys have peers that have your back and brothers that love you enough to pray with you and to lead you to the Lord.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome. Well, guys, there's going to be family watching this that might be looking for a private Christian school for their kids. They might be looking for an opportunity to contribute on the field or, a court somewhere in athletics. What would you say to those families? Luka, why should they consider Grapevine Faith Christian School for their family?
You will never regret it. There's just been so many opportunities for me with multiple sports that I have no interest in playing. I have the opportunity to, if I want to, like swim. My chemistry teacher, Mr. McClurg, he's always asked me to come swim for him. I've talked to all the basketball coaches. I've never been a basketball guy, but they want you to come play for them because it's not really just we need the best players we have. It's we want everybody that wants to have a chance to play because you will have that chance, especially Friday Night Lights. Basketball season hasn't started, but I'm sure the guys that aren't the best, they will still get their chance to play.
To get opportunity to do some things that you wouldn't at another school.
Yes,
Would
sir.
you guys agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, Grapevine Faith is special. It's special because of its faculty, but it's also special because of students like Luka and Jacob, Mateo, and Austin. And we're so grateful that you guys were led here. If you guys have anybody that you know might be interested in Grapevine Faith Christian School, you can visit us at grapevinefaith.com to schedule a visit to one of our campuses or to find out more information. guys, I'll say it again. I think it's a bold move. I think it takes a lot of courage to leave a school that you've been at for a long time and come over for your junior or your senior year, especially. I think I just applaud all you guys. And I'll say this again. I love what you guys contributed to the football program at Grapevine Faith. But what I love even more is the impact that Grapevine Faith, I'm going to get emotional here, man. The impact that Grapevine Faith has had on your lives and your hearts, and it's changed your destinies forever. And so if you never play another down of football, man, your destinies are determined. And I can't say enough great things about our school for that reason alone. So I know you took time away to take some time to visit with me today. I really, really appreciate it, guys. That's Luca Lavera, Jacob Montez, Mateo Sharippa, and Austin Odette. 4 studs, 4 seniors here at Grapevine Faith that we love, and we're so glad and blessed that they're here and that their families are here. Second half of your Grapevine Faith Lions football games coming up next right here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.